Sri Lanka, a country with truly lots of different sides. Yes, we are on this tropical island wearing a sweater. I didn't expect to get this out of the closet, and we are in a part of the country that I think most people don't even realize exists. When you think of Sri Lanka, you think beaches, you think maybe mountains, but a place that is a little bit more cooler in its climate. Also a very historical place. We are in the city of Nuwara Eliya. Welcome back to Sri Lanka. Over the next few weeks, I want to take you along from the cities to the beaches, into the mountains, and to some places I did not know exist in this country. Join me on the Sri Lanka series. And we're staying at, let's call it for what it is, like a castle. So this place, the Bellwood Manor. Today I want to take you along on a full experience. I would say a very special got a world to see experience. We are nestled on the hill overlooking tea plantations, horse racetrack, and this place, I've just arrived here an hour ago, seems truly special. Yeah, very peaceful place, different weather, different climate. This building itself is exactly 101 years old, so lots of history around here as well. I'm excited to explore all of that with you today. A fireplace in Sri Lanka. So got some nice chocolates here. Nicest key ever. And I have to tell you, I've seen that in Nuwara Eliya there's a couple of these places, old historical buildings, and they make it into really special experiences. So around the house there's like these nice balconies everywhere, and as of right now, just came in. I mean, look at this palace here. I am challenging you to a duel. So, first thing, I don't know, I'm extremely impressed. They have I don't think I've ever seen such a big billiard table. I don't know if it's like a different type, if it's professional size. I only know the ones from the bars.
We have scones, butter cakes, Swiss roll, chocolate chip, and brown bread is tuna sandwich, and the other one is egg sandwich.
All right, thank you very much. Just took a little bit of a tour through the property, got a bit of an understanding, and also generally the city of, just asked, Nuwara Eliya. Sometimes locals say it quickly, like Nuwara Eliya. I'm like, I'll find out how to say it. And yeah, basically, especially during the British colonial time, all the tea plantation areas, very famous for that. There's a lake in the middle, and generally the city I will also really very much want to discover the next couple of days. Maybe go up the mountains, definitely go to one of the tea factories around here, and that's pretty much what this place is very much about. There's a horse riding track right next to it, and the building itself, we just heard once again some type of I forgot, what did she say, governor, or I don't know.
Lake?
No, who owned the building. So basically before this was a residential building, and a year ago they turned it into a hotel, and you really see it. It's brand new, everything. And when you think about the building is exactly 101 years old. Could be confused for brand new, perfectly renovated. And yeah, so there's the spa area, walked a little bit through the hallway. So it's not a big place, it's 8 rooms, but that's what makes it also super cozy. And yeah, came out to the field here for some tea, got some sandwiches, some British scone. Remember we looked up who made scones? Yeah. And what was your guess?
Something Dutch.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling. Oh yeah. So, I'm gonna have a little tea here. The best Sri Lankan tea?
Yes, the best Sri Lankan tea. Yes.
Okay. Great.
Do you from man?
Sorry? Originally.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yes, country, good country. Now it's very famous now. Ukraine,
Very
everybody
famous
think about
now.
it.
Yeah.
Really beetroot.
Oh, this is the main building from the side. There's a really nice road kind of like leading into it, and yeah, what I also just heard is this is the coldest region in all of Sri Lanka, and honestly I feel it's getting even cold in the sweater. So super aesthetic structure. Here's like this nice driveway in, and as mentioned, you see the horses in the back are grassing, and yeah, it's already soon gonna be sunset. I think I'm gonna have dinner, and tomorrow is gonna be a busy day exploring the town. I'll show you a bit more around here. Little England. So guys, I'm always talking about the supreme tea leader. I don't know how I came up. Okay, I do know how I came up with it. There's the movie The Dictator. It's a funny one, check it out. But you know, I mentioned in the previous video, all over the world, wherever I have been since I have visited Sri Lanka for the first time, I have noticed that the tea so often comes from Sri Lanka. Whether you're like in the West, you're in Europe, you're in freaking Ukraine, you open up a cupboard and you're seeing it's Ceylon tea. And this tuk-tuk that is pulling up here right now is supposed to take us to one of the tea plantations. So Nuwara Eliya, generally one of the biggest tea producers in all of Sri Lanka, probably hence also all of the world. So this man should show us a bit more about that. He's gone. All right.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new.
Where we are at a place that is called the Pedro Estate. Driving in a very humbly fashion, they said they produce the cleanest and best tea in the world. And honestly, I don't think you have to be humble if it's true, and I believe it is, honestly. So the place looks absolutely amazing. Here you see all the tea plantation. There's a lake in the middle. Here is the factory. It says the Champagne of Ceylon tea. It looks really, really cool. So excited to go in to see what it's all about here. Seriously, now probably for the rest of my life, whenever I'm gonna find tea in someone's cupboard, I'm gonna be this annoying guy who's gonna be like, I've been at the tea plantation. Seriously. I wonder if I can buy some tea here as well. I'm sure I can. So heading over to the factory. They said not allowed to film inside. They want to preserve the secrets. Just came out of the tea production. Much more old school than expected, but this place has been around since 18 something. And what I also just read on the sign is that this is the first original tea plantation in Sri Lanka, opened by James something. I'll show you. We'll walk by again. And yeah, I'm sure there's much bigger plantations as well, but this is the OG. They do it the real way. That's pretty cool. And there's funny kids. So there it is. OG Mr. James Taylor, the goat of tea. In 1841 he started this.
You can see. Beautiful color.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Or as they say, the best tea in the world.
Sweet is my location, sweet as well my destination. If you're looking to begin.
So taking a little walk through the tea plantation. So you can also do like a tea plucking experience. We had a volunteer, Pedro, over there. So absolutely beautiful tea plantation. And yeah, very cool experience for me. I've never been the biggest tea drinker, always like it every once in a while. But honestly, considering green tea has quite nice caffeine content, it was kind of like getting off of coffee. And we'll see after being here, after feeling the soul and spirit of James Clare. Was that his name?
Big Beauty.
So I guess gonna shortly head back to the Bellwood. This morning I was in the gym and I tore something in my neck a little bit. I can barely move. And I saw they have a spa. So I guess it's calling me, and a sauna. But that maybe will fix it, hopefully. But seriously, these humongous tea plantations that go all the way up. Like, you know, you have the rice plantations in places like Bali, and it looks very aesthetic. There's also like some areas where there's not much that going on. The most famous one, they're always full of people, but here it just feels so peaceful, so real. Ooh, I love it. So you're plucking?
Mm-hmm.
Show us the leaves. And just put them in the pocket, and then later we dry them and drink them. Thank you. Bye-bye. There's some type of helicopter up there. Interesting. And to properly wrap this up, finally, let's go to the sauna. Lisa's also gonna get a little massage. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, let's see. There's just like a little cottage next to the main building. Very nice. On the left is the pool. On the right is, as far as I believe, the massage rooms. Alrighty guys, as you see, we made it into the spa area. I think it's gonna be really fogged up right now. This is the sauna. Nice little plunge pool, nice steam bath. Oh wow, the massage was also pretty good, especially like the head thing. Had a big headache after the gym, lift the neck, heads up, so we got that. And there's the sauna going on. So, see you tomorrow morning for a little wrap up. What a couple of days in Lilia. Alrighty guys, but before we continue today's video, overlooking the ocean right now, quick word from today's video sponsor, Level 8. You see, for quite a while now I've been struggling with this amazing carry-on suitcase, Level 8 generally. The quality, the build, this is their aluminium Gibraltar suitcase. I've also have a check luggage with them. They have so many different functional options. My code, Danny15, will give you 15% off their entire range. I absolutely love the aluminium suitcase. Many people that have been watching my videos got it as well, but personally also their Pro carry-on looks very convenient with a laptop sleeve for quick access, and some of their checked luggages, especially the one with the wide grip, looks like you can put in even more things in there. So really innovative, but at the same time super high quality suitcases. If you're planning any time soon a trip wherever it might be, Dubai, Kuala Lumpur, Sri Lanka, Bali, there's hundreds of different countries, but I'm telling you, there's no other suitcase just like Level 8. I came up with that on the fly right now, so guys, I'll leave all the details in the description, and let's get back to today's adventure. Whew, guys, good morning. Fairly nice and early. Slept really well, as you can imagine, and decided to have the breakfast on the balcony. And what a balcony it is! What a breakfast! So here's some eggs Benedict, scrambled egg, a little bit of fruits, yogurt, nice. Obviously, tea from the region, and yeah, gonna be kidding off the day. So we're gonna be heading out in a little bit to explore the area in a very different way. I'm excited for it, but with that chance, let me show you around a little bit the room basically. So my favorite part, the terrace. First of all, the breakfast, as you have seen. It's a nice table. During the day it's actually quite nice and warm, 23 degrees, a little bit chilly, but the sun is heating you up a bit, but the room is really something else. So as I said, it's called we're being hosted by the Bellwood, and wood is really what it's all about. So the furniture is super nice, and I like how they mixed it gray and brown pretty much all throughout the hotel. Very minimalist, very fancy, but at the same time also super cozy and kind of like old school. You feel like in a little bit of a English old house. I mean, you probably have seen it on the drone shots, like just posted on Instagram, somebody was like, oh, Little England, you know? And my second favorite part is I'm coming in and I'm seeing this. I'm like, okay, probably decoration. I turn it on, something that looks like fire. So it's basically like it looks like a half digital heater heat is coming out from below, so especially in the evenings, that's really nice because it does get really quite chilly in the evenings. Bed is one of the most comfortable things I've ever slept on. Got these nice chandeliers and also a very, very nicely sized TV. Some hotels like to have the little Marshall boxes. I once stayed at the hotel, they had it and it sold me on it. Now I'm traveling with my own little Marshall box. Really good. And yeah, to give you the other highlights, so this is a little bit of a changing area. Bonjour. All right. So this is the bathroom. What a masterpiece. So we got this nice bathtub, and once again everything, even the toilet bowl is brown. Got this nice shower, 2 sinks, and yeah, as I said, I'm gonna be exploring a little bit the neighboring areas in a way that I think I've never, with the transportation, I think I've never used before. Very old school. I'm excited. Let's go. I've got the horses in the back. One a lamp.
Lamp?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I would say let's go a little bit into the tea plantation area, and of course the transport is here. Different kind of transport, I would say. We got a black horse and a white horse with brown. Let's say you're taking the white one?
Yeah.
I see. You excited?
Very much.
So we got the professional horse rider here.
Not really.
Yeah. Nice, we got helmets. Thank you very much. So, truth be told, she's been on a horse a couple of times. I wasn't sure. Been around horses a lot, but I think I've never sat on one. Maybe as a kid, so let's hope it will go well. So I think we're gonna go somewhere there in the tea plantation areas. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, you ready? Let's go. Cute horses. So I take the brown one. How do I get on?
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe you can hold this one
Yes.
for me? Alright.
There we go. Yes.
Whew. We are on. How are you up there?
You have to balance that side. That side.
So, first time on a horse, nice and easy. Not too many instructions, just how I love it. Let's see. Horses look very healthy. This one's nice and brown. This one's absolutely beautiful. I think it's 2 females.
Okay, you can look right.
All right, girls. So I'm on the road with 3 girls. Let's go.
Okay. You hold it?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Hold it.
Hold here. Mm-hmm. And off we go. All right. See you later. Okay, guys, and off we go. First on the road. We should get off it in a second. Excited for where we're gonna be going to. Lisa looks confident. I pretend to be. So we're good to go.
Find my number or my FBI file. Sweet is my location.
So somehow we became the leader of the pack out here. My horse is coming out to smell something. All right, let's keep going. Woo, how you doing up there? Нет, не показывай ему, что делать. I've got the horses. Whoa, let's go. Got the horses in the back. Horse stack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got them shoes, them white not match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. Oh no, Lisa is giving ideas my horse to go faster. And so, half an hour in, we're going up the hill to some kind of temple. And I have to tell you, the scenery looks already nice from the Bellwood, but wow, what we're seeing here, seriously, looks very picturesque. My first time on a horse, I'm so far pretty happy. And Lisa taught me a few tricks. So basically you pull this handle a little bit and you squeeze your legs to tell them to stop. This works. It seems like the younger horse is a bit more moody in the front, the blondie. Straight? Straight, yeah? Okay. So we're going straight. And look at that scenery, guys. We have mountains, we have tea plantations absolutely everywhere. I've seen big tea plantations before, but not that large. Not as far as the eye can see. The boss of tea, Sri Lanka.
The change that you've been looking for will come knock on your door. On and on.
So made it up the mountain, slowly heading back. And we're seeing some type of temple statue. I don't know if it's still under construction, reconstruction. Looks epic.
Yes, but here you can't cross these mountains. I think you like. We are calling this the temple, you know, the Buddhist temple. This one is a Buddhist. We are Hindu, but in Sri Lanka, Buddhist and Sri Lanka, Hindu and Buddhist and Christians, Muslims. There are three people here. But this the one is a Buddhist temple. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we can see inside there.
So arriving at the horse house, this horse is a bit excited. What happens to the best of us? Here's some little baby horses. Nice, look at that. Whoopa. Maybe he was so excited because we're passing through with the ladies. Seriously, out of all the things I've expected to do in Sri Lanka, this was not it. The first time, and yeah, so far, feeling pretty confident. Bye-bye, horse. Bye-bye. Good job.
Island Queen.
Sorry?
Island Queen.
Island coin?
Yes, this Sri Lankan Queen.
Island coin.
Mother and daughter.
Yeah. Woo. So that has been the horse experience for the first time. I would say quite nice. We're here at the, I don't know how you call it, a horse house. Not to confuse with anything that sounds similar to that.
All the stables.
How do you call it? Stables.
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 There's the
Perfect.
ring.
Thank you.
The ring.
Yeah.
Morning time we are trotting only 10 round, 15 round like that.
Okay.
And after we are take to the track
Nice.
to canter and like a timing. And
This was my
galloping.
first time on the horse. You know, I don't know anything, so I feel good. Hurts a little bit between the legs, definitely.
Like conclude.
Yeah.
Father is India, mother is in Sri Lanka.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome. If you come again next time.
Back in the casa, I have to tell you what a unique experience. First time sitting on a horse in this scenery, especially also going them back. And what they told me is that Sri Lanka is pretty much the only place in Sri Lanka where they do proper horse racing. So really they have the racing horse. We saw them in the, I forgot about again the name where they keep the horses, but in the stall basically. And yeah, back at the hotel, gonna probably take you along for dinner right now. Yesterday I already had it, it's absolutely amazing. There's also a bonfire place. We'll see if we can get that on, because already it's getting quite cold. I would say right now it's maybe like 18 degrees. It's going to drop down to 14, which is seriously such a change. If you're traveling through Sri Lanka and you arrive here, you feel like you're in a different country. You just cannot tell exactly which one. And just also wandering around with the horses, what I've seen is that there's many old British colonial houses. Most are obviously don't look exactly like that one, smaller, and you really see how the time, let's say, how they lived through a lot of time. Very interesting town. Saw the lake, also passed by it from the hill. Beautiful. So let's head to dinner. What place?
Fireplace.
Huh? Nice. In the evening hours, they're starting the bonfire, which obviously at these temperatures is really nice to have. I just checked, just did like a little Instagram story. Instagram is my thermometer, told me 16 degrees and it's only 7 p.m. So I'm just keep bringing up the temperature. Coldest place in Sri Lanka. And this over here, to our left, is the restaurant. Yeah, you can just go. Yesterday was actually quite busy. Today looks like it's just us. Let's see what we get. Alrighty, as you see, the dinner is in full swing. So it's kind of like 4 or 5 course. Starts off with a little appetizer. The soup was amazing, seafood soup. So every day the menu changes. And generally the stay here is kind of all-inclusive. Have lunch, have dinner, breakfast. Amazing on the balcony as you have seen, but I have to tell you, everything was good. The seafood soup is one of the best I've had. But this lamb, unexpectedly. Yesterday I had steak, was also good, but the lamb...
Yeah.
And English as well. Look at that, we got some curry. This is string hopper, you put some of this on top, delicious. Some sauce, some egg hopper. Good morning. So guys, kicking off the next day here in Nuwara Eliya, and the hotel has like a nice sauna. Want to really check it out later, but wanted to find a proper gym, and surprisingly here this area is called Little England, and I can really tell why. Really nice gym, nice workout to kick off the morning. Gonna head back right now for breakfast, so just coming out here on a random roof of the gym to give you an idea of the town. I mean, look at this. We got old colonial style British buildings. Generally, most of the infrastructure actually here in the town looks like that, which I find absolutely fascinating. There's everywhere signs like Little England, this and that, and overall like a lot of golf courses, the horse track. Let's not fall off here right now. Bit out of breath, good workout. That is the Nuwara Eliya post office. Been around for a while. And so, what a time it has been in a place that sometimes I forget where I am. Just to wrap up a little bit the experience, once again overlooking Nuwara Eliya. So, first of all, obviously, as always, gotta world-class style, always looking for the most unique, most interesting experiences, and in terms of the home, the casa. Seriously, probably the most unique and interesting boutique hotel experience, considering it's a small place, 8 rooms, used to be somebody's house, and I just thought about it, like 101 years old. So when it was 100 years old, somebody sold it, and yeah, that's what they made out of it. And I think it's an amazing time to amazing way to preserve the building, to preserve the history. Service amazing, a room amazing. I mean, you have seen it all. Obviously, it's like a very, very, let's say, exclusive Sri Lanka experience with the horse riding, with the tea plantations. It's truly very different from the rest of Sri Lanka, which is more tropical, more, let's say, also like candy. That's where we're gonna go right now. Very different history, very different focus of the region, very different weather especially. I think that is the biggest part that throws you off in the evening when you're sitting in your big jacket and you're like, wait a minute, I'm in Sri Lanka? Yeah, Then you walk into the town, you see all the British colonial buildings, you go to the tea plantations, and you see that the history, in many ways, it's authentically Sri Lankan, but in other ways, it's also nice to see how they're very proud of the different periods of this country. They're very proud of their tea production, and I've checked, Sri Lanka is the 3rd biggest tea exporter in the world, but if you consider it kind of like per capita, or let's say per size of population and the size of the country, Sri Lanka is a small island nation, and they're right behind, I think, China and Kenya, I believe. Definitely China #1 tea exporter, but you know, 1 point however many billion people plus such a huge territory, and then you have the small island nation just absolutely dominating the tea industry. And yeah, definitely probably for the rest of my life, my favorite tea coming from Ceylon, the old name for Sri Lanka. And Nuwara Eliya, I was sure I would enjoy it, but I wasn't sure how interesting it would be. And I have to say, it's definitely one of my favorites in the whole country, especially as a contrast to the beaches, to the tropical destinations. And yeah, this has been Nuwara Eliya. If you're new here, by any chance, here on the channel I talk about building a life of freedom around the world. This is what Got a World to See stands for. And Sri Lanka, for me, so far always has been a place to kind of like adventure travel a little bit, stay here for a couple of weeks, fast travel. But now on my second visit, I actually realized that this is also a place where I could see myself even a little bit longer. I'm certain this won't be my last visit, especially after just seeing how much different places it has to offer. Like, let's say you're based off for a month around the beaches, and then you just want to change up the vibe without having to leave the country. You can go into such a different environment. And also just in terms of, like, let's say if you stay longer here, internet connectivity in Nuwara Eliya, at least over here, has been fantastic, which is not that easy in Sri Lanka. It's actually quite tricky. Often in Colombo even, it's hard to get a really fast Wi-Fi connection. And generally pretty peaceful, not too much going on in the evenings, even when you're next to the road, barely anybody's on the street. So a very peaceful, quaint little town. There's a lot of tourism, especially if you're in the town. You walk by the old post office I showed you, walk around, there's a big market, lots of going on. But on the outskirts, outside of the main touristy hubs, the life is real. People are going about their day-to-day life. I'm just looking out at the tea plantations right now. People are plucking the tea. So the place is not just a tourist place, it's a real Sri Lanka, but a very different one. So on that note, you can join me on Instagram if you want to see where I am right now. And you too, got a world to see.